Hi everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video, and this is just a little extra project that I did, having a play with some of the Art Stacks papers. So these are Artsy Animals by Tamara Laporte, also known as Willowing. I love her designs, they're just so bold and bright. And I'm going to be using some of these along with I think some of the leaves from the Leaves and Things pack. So I'm playing in the small craft journal, and I'm going to start off using some fur. These are Dina Wakley media paints. I'm using quite a dry brush to pop these paints on. I picked those three owls. Aren't they cute? They're so lovely. Tamara's work really does appeal to me. I just love the bold colours that she uses. So going with a fairly dark green background to contrast with those bright colours, and giving it a kind of woodlandy feel. So I guess almost a bit of storytelling with the journal page, and that's something you can do as well. It doesn't always have to be just working things out from inside your head. Sometimes it's about just having a play, and that's you know, just as good as working stuff out. So I've used evergreen, fir, and this is lime. Those colours play really nicely together. Obviously they're all shades of the same colour, and you see I started off dark and I'm working lighter, so quite often I'll do that. I'll put my darkest colour on the page first because I want that to be definitely in the background, and going lighter on top just helps to push those dark colours away. And then I'm bringing in my bee leaf stencil. This is from Funky Fossil, and I'm using some of the fur back again on top of those lighter colours, so that just then makes that stenciling stand out. I'm using a makeup sponge to apply the paint. So more often than not now, my go-to tool for stenciling is a makeup sponge. I think I do still use the blending tools, and I do like the way they apply the paint, and you can get a very different look with those. But I am finding it's probably user error. I leave them steeping in my water for too long and then they fall apart. So I don't know. This is maybe just better. Not always, because sometimes you do want the specific technique that you can achieve with the blending tools, when you can kind of smoosh them around and you get a lighter covering of paint. Okay, sorry, waffling on there. So now I'm going in with my Dots and Dashes stencil, also from Funky Fossil. I'm just adding some light lime green dots over the top of the stenciling I've just popped on there, just helping to kind of pull those pages together. So this is my leaf mask and stencil stencil that came from Funky Fossil. Sorry, I'm thinking straight this morning. And this looks like sage that I'm using here. So it's a really lovely pastel green. Also from Dina Wakley, and you can see I'm just bringing more kind of leafy branchy shapes onto this page. So it's definitely got a theme going on, and I felt that that would work really nicely with those beautiful owls. So with this stencil you also get the shapes with it as well, so you're able to do masking with them too. And I didn't really want to use that technique on this page because I think it just kind of works quite nicely with the stenciling. So I'm just pulling those at the top and bottom of the page, just trying to think about keeping that page balanced and making sure that it still flows. And I love how those colours look with the bits of craft popping through as well. So now I'm also bringing in my Grow Positive stamp. I'm just adding a little bit of stamping on there too. So again, more layers. Even though I've not gone in with any collage paper at the minute, I'm still managing to build lots of layers onto my page. So with the paint, the stenciling, and now the stamping, it's bringing a nice depth to the page, to the edges where all those bits and bobs are. So then these are from another pack from Art Stacks, which is called Leaves and Things. These are printed onto a really nice weight of card, and they're lovely for just adding these extra little touches to your page. There's another set called Wings and Things, which also obviously are what they say they are. But these worked perfectly for the little owl, so I'm just giving them bits of a platform to sit on. So they're going to be grounded and not floating around on my page. So sometimes when I am making a page like this, I will get to a point where I think, oh, I just want to add a little bit of tissue onto here. So these pieces are from the tissue pack that Art Stacks have recently released. And I'm just cutting out some little leaf shapes, keeping it with the theme. In the tissue pack you get lots and lots of different sheets of pattern tissue. It's a beautiful quality of tissue paper. And I do have some of these packs available on my website as well. That's artjournallove.com, and I will post anywhere in the world. Obviously you need to be checking out whether you have to pay any import taxes as well before you order. So I've cut out some leaf shapes and then I'm going to stick them onto my page. So I'm aware that these are going to disappear into the background a little bit, but I kind of want them to. It's just like an extra layer of interest, just trying to sort of build those areas where there are things to see, and using the tissue paper means that these are going to be background rather than foreground, and they will sort of disappear and melt into the page. But like I say, it's just adding more layers of interest. And that one's been naughty, doesn't want to pick up. That was me being lazy and not picking it up with my fingers. Oh dear me. Okay, so you can't really see those at the minute, but I like that they've added that extra level of marks onto my page. And then here I'm just using a paint pen, and I'm just pulling some lines around those. So what that does is it just draws a bit more attention to those and adds a bit more detail to those leafy shapes that I've put onto my page. So then it's time to stick on my little owls. Aren't they gorgeous? They're just so pretty. I'm going to kind of group those together so that they are all kind of nestled next to each other in a little group. Loving how they look. I'm just using a glue stick to stick these little owls onto my page. And you can see I'm kind of layering them a little bit. So they're at different heights, and it just creates that bit of interest. And I got a bit of paint left over on my palette paper, and I thought, oh, I'm just going to put some marks on with my finger. So just dotting some lighter colours onto there. And I've also added some paint onto those tissue leaves as well. I think I used my finger for that too. I'm just kind of building up the details. And then some splatters. This is my new technique for trying to stop the splatters decorating my room, is to look at that, is to try and guard everything else that I'm not trying to splatter with a piece of paper or something, because as you know, I say this all the time, I am always like redecorating, oh dearie me, with splatters. Then I'm pulling a bit of purple onto the page edges as well. So this is just to add a little bit of contrast and depth to those edges, kind of drawing the eye into the centre where the little birds are. So time to find some words. This is from the Wings and Things set, and I'm just going to select a quote that I feel works on my page. Quite often if I've journaled a page and I don't have a purpose behind it other than playing, I will just choose the quote that jumps out at me, and that's what I'm doing here, having a quick look at them all and deciding which one is going to work best. So if you want to fly, give up everything that weighs you down. Buddha, yeah, what a good quote. And popping that on, it's nice because it's on white, so it's a great contrast with all the colour and darkness that's on my page. But I kind of love how this page came together. And then I'm adding some white dots on there as well. I mean, I think this is a case of me not knowing where to stop, because I actually now, when I look back, I think, didn't need these white dots. It maybe didn't even need the purple, but, you know, that was what I did at the time because it was what I felt drawn to do. I still like this page, I'm still happy with it. And like I say, sometimes the process of is just about playing, and we learn along the way. So thanks for watching how I've done a bit of storytelling through this journal page, and sort of seeing how journaling doesn't always have to be for a purpose. Sometimes it is just about having a play. I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching.